Now, let's take this scene and add rain. Of course, it does help to choose a background photograph that looks like it actually might have rain. So, in the Layers panel, we'll make a new layer, and we're just going to fill this with white. And the first step to making rain is actually a filter and noise. We will add noise. We're going to make sure that we get monochromatic or just black and white noise. And you can play with the amount. I'm going to do about 30. Which I think is generally, I usually do about 25. So you can play with that. And we want to have the raindrops more defined. So we'll go Adjust and Levels. And we just bring these levels in until we see some very clearly defined black specks. Click OK. Now there's still a little much, so sometimes I like to go blur and just do a blur more and then tighten that up with another levels. There we have some pretty well-defined dots. Let's give the rain some direction, so we'll do a motion blur. Of course, we want the rain to be coming from the sky. And you can also determine the length of the streaks. Of course, you want it to look fairly realistic, so a lower number might be better. We click OK. And we go back to our levels. Now, of course, rain is going to appear white, so let's go Image, Adjust, and Invert. Now, of course, we want to see the rain on top of our background, so here we're going to pull down the layers and try some different options. Screen works fairly nicely, but you can try some other options as well. Of course, this kind of gives us a full, even, maybe a hailstorm effect. You can adjust the opacity if you like. And one thing I like to do, when you look at rain in real life, you don't see it as clearly throughout the entire image, but you see it more clearly in the darker areas. So on the rain layer, I'm going to make a layer mask. We'll get the gradient with black and white ink. I will just go straight down. And you can experiment with a longer or shorter gradient as you see fit. You could also go slightly at an angle if you wanted to do that.